Hi Bridget, it's Justin. I just wanted to create this video for you so you could have a guide for your exercise therapy routine. So I'm going to walk you and talk you through each one of the exercises in the order that they should be done. Try to get to it once daily and do this routine for 10 to 14 days or so. About 2 weeks is enough time for your body to soak up the stimulus from the exercises. So yeah, let's get to it. The first exercise is called sitting abductor presses. So you're going to sit in a chair, take a belt, this is a scarf, a strap, yoga strap or whatever, even a towel will work, tie it around your lower thigh, and sit away from the back of a chair. This chair is perfect, where my knees and ankles my knees are directly over my ankles, and my head, shoulders, and hips are directly stacked right over each other. So I'm not leaning forward, my feet aren't back or forward, and my thighs are perpendicular to the ground. So you can find a chair that's this height for you, whatever puts your thighs level, that's great. And then put your feet pointed straight ahead, and knees are hip width apart. Okay? So adjust the strap to the right distance, and then put your hands lightly on your thighs and press down. That engages your stomach and your hip flexors and takes the work out of your lower back. And then sit up just a little bit so you have just a little bit of arch in your lower back. And if you feel strain in your lower back, remember it's because you've got to push down with your hands a little bit. And then once you're here, press and relax, pressing out with your knees on the strap. And like we said, there's not that much movement, but there is work occurring in your butt muscles, ideally. And at first, you'll feel it in your lower legs and hamstrings, but as your body gets better and better at this motion, you're going to start to feel it more in your glutes, your butt muscles, right back where your back pockets are. Just going to press, relax, press, relax, press, relax, all the while pressing down lightly with your hands, just enough to engage your hip flexors and take the work out of your low back. So do that about 50 or 60 times, and then and pay attention so you get the work to really occur in your butt muscles. And then go right into the next exercise, sitting abductor presses with a tricep stretch. So you're just going to stay in the same position, press out solid, and hold that press against the strap. So you're really working your butt muscles and glutes and really teaching your body that stabilization. Then take one hand, put on your shoulder, and press that elbow up. Hold that for 10 deep breaths, and switch sides, and do 10 more deep breaths. Okay? That's also going to help your adrenals doing like the deep breathing practice and such. But yeah, we want to get more symmetry to eventually where you can do this stretch, where your hands are linked behind your back like that, and then the other side. So work towards that, but as your body's getting more and more symmetrical, that motion will get easier. Don't force it if it hurts. Just work towards being able to do that pose where you're linking hands behind your back, called cow's face, and do that for 10 breaths on each side. The next exercise in your routine is the standing quad stretch. So you can get rid of that strap, find a wall, and so I don't care if you can do it without a wall, I want you to use one anyway. And what you're going to do is position yourself so that you're facing the wall, hand on the wall, chest tight, grab your thigh, and then get it so your knees are right in alignment with each other. Stand up tall, so you're flattening your stomach, flattening your lower back, tucking your tailbone under, and creating a big stretch on your quadricep of the bent leg. Stand up tall, so don't let your hip sink out to the side. Be like that with it. And what we're doing, we are stretching the quad, and the exercise isn't really about that. It's about teaching the coordination of all the stabilizer muscles that you're using to hold yourself upright without just excess arch in your lower back. Okay? So do that for 10 deep breaths on each side, or 1 minute. The breathing, as I said, has a helpful effect for your adrenals, but either way, if you want to use a timer, we can do that, just 1 minute each side. Standing quad stretch. And then standing at wall. So this exercise, you're here, your feet are touching the wall. And you can wear shoes if you want to give that little extra spacing, but you don't want your feet away from the wall far. I know you said just because, you know, whatever proportions you have, you like to have your feet a little further away, but try to get them as close to the wall as you can, okay? Feet really straight and hip width apart. So hip width again has to do with the angles of where the hip joints insert, okay? So foot hip width apart is like this, not like this, okay? There's going to be a big difference on the kinetic chain. So once you're standing there, remember your heels, butt, shoulder blades, and back of your head are all going to be touching the wall, but you don't want to lean against the wall where your head is resting against the wall, because then you'll distend through your stomach, you'll create this excess arch that we don't want. Instead, we want you to just lightly touch the wall with your head and shoulders, okay? Your heels and butt can be a little bit more firmly against the wall, but they're really just using the wall as a guide for what's vertically correct, okay? So then keep your head level and stand there for about 4 minutes or so. And your body's going to learn that new orientation, okay? So standing at the wall. Then we're going to get into our next exercise, which is, we did that before, they're laying down on the floor. Where we go? Yeah. This is what we're going to do next. This isn't the order that we did it in your workout, but this is the order I want you to do it. So you're going to lay flat on your back with foot circles. Just hold this leg there, shin parallel to the ground, and then big, slow, controlled circles, 20 in each direction on your foot, okay? And then 20 point and flexes. And then the other side, 20, really big, slow, full. Don't let it skip around, okay? Just try to make it as smooth and full as you can, and then 20 point and flexes. And the straight leg, you're holding the foot flexed back like this, and the thigh is tight, okay? And it's pointed straight up. So that exercise, the next one's called hip lift. I'm going to talk a little faster to get within the 10-minute limit for YouTube. But this one, cross one ankle over the opposite knee, raise this leg up, shin is parallel to the ground, and this knee is pushing out away from your body, but not with your hands. Your arms are relaxed, palms face up, and the hips are working against each other. You hold that for 10 breaths or 1 minute, and then switch. Okay? So it's going to really help activate the hip flexor. And that exercise is called hip lift. And then we're going to go back to standing, and you're going to do that tricep press down, where you can be innovative with how that happens. But for me in this room, what I'm going to do is wedge my scarf into the door, and I'm just going to pull down like so, okay? So I've got these vectors where I'm pulling down at an angle this way, 45 degrees back and down, okay? And I'm just going to hold tension there, broad chest, and what that does is activates all the right postural muscles. So instead of the distension, forward displacement, everything is right back online and stabilized where it should be. Up nice and tall, and the calves are active. Hold that again for 10 breaths. And then we want you to build into being able to do this one. This is a combination of a kneeling lunge stretch. So, or not kneeling, but just a lunge stretch. You can keep this back heel up, okay? So the toe pointed so you're not straining your ankle, but keep that up. And you don't have to go super deep, but keep your stomach flat, butt tucked, so you feel a bit of a pull on your hip flexor. And then from there, you're going to do arm circles. So hands extended out, knuckles clenched like this, okay? Not like this, but like this. Okay? Holding that stretch, squeeze your shoulder blades together, toe up, flex, stretching here, and circle forward 20 times, backwards 20 times. Then switch legs, forward 20 times, backwards 20 times. And this knee stays vertically right over the ankle. Cool? Cool. So that's your routine. And call me with any questions. I'm going to end to fit the 10-minute limit. Peace.